So, I've been married for 48 years. And not all to the same woman. My first wife and I had 5 kids. I hear you. We were young and innocent, and we couldn't figure out what was causing it. Having 5 kids, though, you begin to learn lots about babies. Now, you know, when babies are little, they don't really understand language. They do begin to pick up on tone of voice and your facial expressions. So I learned how to have a really intelligent conversation with babies. And I'll demonstrate for you. And usually you lay the baby down on like the sofa or something, but in this case, we'll hold the baby up here. And so we hold the baby up, and you say, you look him in the face, and you go, no. Then you grab an arm, and then the armpits. Now, if you're one of my kids, you will laugh until you pee your pants. Which means, and if you try this, I've had other people's kids I tried it on, and it scared them so bad they pooped their pants. Either way, if you got to change their diaper, do it after. So, my first wife was born of British parents, and I'm from Norwegian stock, you know, the Vikings, Norwegian. I remember my great-grandmother saying, 10 Swedes ran through the fields, and 10 Swedes ran before them, chased by one Norwegian. Then I told that little Swedish lady, and she said to me, Norwegians is nothing but Swedes with their brains kicked out. So I've noticed, though, that genetically, my dad, and this is something my dad told me, so I know it's true. My dad told me that if the Vikings had not raided and pillaged and spread their seed amongst the people of the British Isles, none of them would be more than 5 feet tall. Now, I've noticed that genetically, the Viking gene seems to be more dominant in the male of the species than in the females. The first 2 kids we had were girls. They were very prissy. They hated to be dirty. They never wanted to wrestle. They wanted to dance. And they wanted me to read books to them and those kinds of things. I was dying for a baby I could throw dirt on. Then finally, my oldest son was born, and all his brothers that came after him did exactly the same thing. As soon as they could crawl, they would crawl into the living room and dig all the dirt out of the potted plants. Now, I knew my oldest son was a Viking. One morning we went into his nursery. He was about 18 months old. He was standing up. He was in a corner of his crib. And he had pulled himself up in his crib, and we had one of those round plastic bathtubs, a little blue plastic bathtub, that was hanging on the nail on the back of his bedroom door. And he reached up and pulled it off the nail and pulled it into his crib, and then proceeded to rip it in half. When we walk into his nursery, he's standing in the corner of his crib with one arm up on the railing. This loaded diaper hanging down between his knees, and looking at us like, I need a bath. But not in that. And I knew that he was Viking. My oldest son is here, by the way. So next, his little brother comes along, and this is, he was the first one we bought Lego for. Has any of you ever stepped on a Lego brick? I think if waterboarding doesn't work, the CIA makes you walk across a hardwood floor with Lego bricks scattered around it, blindfolded. Anyways, there at the bottom of the stairs in the hallway, there was Lego all over the floor. I thought, the little bugger just laid a minefield for me. So, I'm coming down the hall, and I'm about to yell at him to clean up his Lego. Now, you know how like a 2-year-old kid will stand on the bottom step of the stairs and they'll say, Daddy, Daddy, watch. And then they will jump and they go, ta-da! And you go, whoa, that was amazing. You remember that? Yeah. Bunch of liars. Well, my son, we had a house that had 12-foot ceilings. It was an old house. 12-foot ceilings, so the landing on the stairs was high, about 7 feet off the floor. And this kid is up on the landing. And he's doing this. And he says, Dad, watch. And he takes 2 steps and leaps off the top stair. And he's coming down the stairs like a flying squirrel. And he's got this look on his face like, whee! And about halfway down the stairs, the realization of what's going to happen with the Lego bricks hits him, and you see that look on his face that says, oh shit. Being a super dad that I am, I reached down just before he hit the floor and scooped him up. And he looks up at me with a relieved look on his face, and I'm just about to tell him to clean up his Lego, and he turns and he scoots back up the stairs and he goes, again! Son number 3 comes along, and he's the little brother. He's got these 2 bruiser big brothers you gotta put up with. And we used to like to wrestle. And it'd be a gang wrestle, right? They would all pile on, and their mother hated it because it all ended the same way. Somebody get hurt. So they started to wrestle, and I said, stop, everybody stop. And I turned to him and I said, you know how this is gonna end, don't you? You're the littlest one. I said, how's it gonna end? He said, somebody's gonna get hurt. And I said, that's right, is it worth it? He just looked at me, head butted me in the chin, and said, yeah. My boys are all Vikings. So, as Kristen told you, we've got election coming up, and there's so much turmoil in the world. I thought I should leave you with a message that would help you make sense of it all. No.